Okay, hello there. Today I'm going to show you how to setting up the USB booting on Super 6C. The CM's module is connect to the Super 6C motherboard via those socket, and the first slot will be connect to the HDMI port, and here is a micro USB cable for uploading firmware. Once you short this NRP bolt pin to ground, it will block eMMC booting. Okay, will block the booting from eMMC chip. And one of our CM4 module is something called CM's lite. It has no Wi-Fi, has no eMMC chip on board. So I will show you how to use those two kind of CM's module to booting up your device via an NVMe disk. Okay, alright, I have prepared some M.2 NVMe SSD storage disk. Okay, and each of them are empty, without any partition or boot partition. Okay, and we need a micro USB cable which can transfer data, and also we need a TF card with Raspberry Pi OS, which I used 64-bit, so that I can use this SD card as my booting device for configuration all of this device stuff. Okay, and at the very beginning you need to plug your CM's module onto the Super 6C motherboard. Alright, and I'm going to show you how to use this one, this light one, CM's lite, which means without eMMC storage. So I need to use a TF card to booting up. Okay, alright, first mounting this module to your motherboard, and then connect the USB cable here. Third one is to short. Use a jumper to short the RP board to ground. Okay, can you see that? The first pin to second pin here, and then you can connect the HDMI cable here. And then put the TF card into the card slot. Alright? Okay. Next step is to using another Raspberry Pi to be an Linux server or Linux PC, which I need to download the USB boot utility to your Linux machine. You need use the Linux machine. This will be used to connect the CM4 as a device to your machine. After the CM4 is connected, you will update the bootloader include the option to boot from the NVMe drive. So I will set up my Raspberry Pi. Alright, I will use another Raspberry Pi 4 as my Linux machine, and then I will download the USB boot utility to this machine and connect to my Super 6C motherboard like this. Okay, and then I will use this Raspberry Pi to upload the bootloader to this CM4 module. Okay. The first step is download the USB boot utility to your Linux machine. Here I use my Raspberry Pi is 4 as my Linux machine. So we still need a couple of minutes to download the USB boot utility, and after this step, maybe you need to make sure one of the package has been installed. So I duplicate the tab and typing this page and apt install lib USB minor 1.0 minor 0 minor dv. I need this this package to okay, it's fine. And go back to here. And waiting for it's done. Okay, we have already downloaded the USB boot utility, so we enter into this folder and build the USB boot tool. Okay, you can find a make file, so we just type make. Okay, after that we need to edit the recovery/boot.conf file to add NVMe boot as the first option. So we need to modify this file and make sure this boot order is 6. NVMe is option number is 6. So first the Raspberry Pi CM4 will boot from SD card. Second, it will booting from USB PCIe port. Second one is third one is NVMe PCIe. So here we need to make sure this one NVMe PCIe to be the first one. Alright. And actually you don't need to modify anything here. And okay, that's quick. And change directory to recovery folder and type in this command: update pieprom.sh. It's a shell script. It will update your pieprom.bin bin file. At this point, you are ready to connect the CM4 to the host computer and update the bootloader. Do not power the CM4 yet. First, connect the CM4 to the host computer using the micro USB connector on Raspberry Pi USB cable, and make sure there is a jumper on NRP boot. It means disable eMMC boot. You don't want CMS to boot into the operating system just yet. So we go back to upload folder, and here is a rpi boot binary file. You can just type in sudo boot, and then power on your Super 6C. Okay. Once your Super 6C is powered up, you will find that it will loading embedded bootcode 4.bin and send this bin file to your computer 4 module. And next one is to use this command again. And typing -d recovery. That will flash the new bootloader information to the CM4 by running USB booting again. And then you need to repower your Super 6C. So I press it power off and power on again. Okay, you have uploaded the latest bootloader to your CM4, and then you can power off your Super 6C and remove the jumper and unplug the USB cable, and then power on your Super 6C motherboard. I use OBS Studio to record the Super 6C's operations. First, we can check the booting device. Use LSBLK. You can see that we are booting from memory block. MMC means TF card. And we need to add in NVMe SSD card and reboot the Super 6C motherboard. Alright, here I will place NVMe SSD to number 1 slot. Okay. Okay, fix the NVMe SSD with the screws and power it on. After that, push the power button to power up. Okay, after booting up, I will transfer my system from TF card to NVMe SSD. So here I have a NVMe SSD device, and I need to clean up the partition. Use sudo fdisk -l to check. You can see there is a partition 1. So I'm trying to remove it. And save it to partition table. And then using dd command, and then use dd command to transfer the operating system to NVMe SSD driver. Sudo dd input file equal my SD card device. Output file is my NVRAM SSD card device, and the block size equal 4 megabytes. It may take a while. Okay, the system has been transferred to my NVRAM SSD. We can check it out. You can see right now we are booting from TF card. You can see boot partition and the root partition, the mounting point. And then I'm going to shut down the operating system and remove the TF card and power it again. Okay, it's booting up. Now let's check about the booting device. You will see that the NVMe SSD will be the booting device. This is CM4 lite version. And if you have the CM4 with the eMMC version, we have the same operation steps. Okay.